Hi. Hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome to today's video. I will be explaining why I went vegan and answering some questions on veganism that I get asked a lot. Yeah, and this is just gonna be kind of a sit-down video. I might drink some of my smoothie while we're filming, but yeah, so just grab a cup of tea or make a smoothie. But before we begin, it would really help us out if you click the red subscribe button down below and follow us on Instagram at Megan plus Madi. It'll be on the screen here. Megan is my older sister and we make videos together, but today's video she won't be in, so it's just gonna be me. Yeah, and it also really helps us when you leave comments. We love replying. And before I begin, just a disclaimer, I won't be talking about nothing in detail because I don't want to get anyone squeamish or anything like that, but I will have links to lots of helpful documentaries if you're interested in veganism and why you should go vegan. I'll have lots of links and documentaries and videos down below, TED Talks, just all of these great resources. So what I'm going to start off with was why I went vegan. So originally in November of 2019-ish, I mentioned to Megan, I was like, we should do a video. We did, the year before, we did a video called We Went Sugar-Free for a month. So I wanted to do another food challenge. So I suggested that we went vegan for a month. And we decided that we were going to do that and we were going to film a video. And we were going to do that in January of 2020. Getting closer to 2020, we kind of forgot about it. Come, I'd say, maybe a week before 2020 started, a week before we were supposed to start the challenge, I was like, oh shoot, we're going vegan in a week. And then she was like, oh right. And then she decided because of her exams and she didn't want the diet change to affect her mental state, so she decided that she was not going to do the challenge with me. I still wanted to do it and I still wanted to film the video, so for the month of January I did go vegan as a challenge. I'd say a week-ish into me going vegan, I did a lot of research and I watched a lot of documentaries and I read about all these great people who went vegan and why they did it. And I had no idea what was going on in our society with the animals and how they're being treated. So I didn't know that I was contributing to that horrible process. So I went vegan for the animals, for ethical reasons, also things like global warming, but that wasn't really like my biggest concern. It was mostly just the animals because I truly believe that animals are friends, not food. We're all some form of animal, and I mean, if we get treated so well, why shouldn't they? Closer to the end of the month, I decided I was gonna go vegan. Yeah, that's basically why I went vegan. It was just for the animals, because I am a huge animal lover and I care so much about them and I don't want them to get hurt. So the first question that I get asked a lot is, where do I get my protein? People think that when you go vegan, you're screwed with nutrition. But that's not the case. We're trying to get in these supplements, like we haven't bought them yet, but I have a list of supplements that I'm going to start taking to make sure I get all of my vitamins. And then I add protein powder to all of my smoothies. This one has some chia seeds, some protein powder, and a bunch of other stuff. I get my protein from nuts and seeds and nutritional yeast, which is another powder. I'm not a big fan on tofu nor beans, but I'm trying to get more into that because that is a very good way to get in lots of nutrients. Another thing that people usually tell me is that plants feel pain when they're being like pulled from the ground or when they're chopped up to be eaten, but they don't. Plants don't have a brain, they don't have a central nervous system, therefore they do not feel pain. They just don't. Another thing that people commonly tell me is that if other animals kill for food, then why shouldn't we? I don't like that statement because, for one, we are not carnivores. We do not need to kill for meat. There is nothing about us that needs to kill for meat and dairy and all this other stuff. There's nothing about us that needs that to survive, versus animals like tigers and lions who do need that to survive. But obviously, I am a human, I make mistakes, and I have slipped up a few times. I have eaten something, and then later I found out, even though I checked the ingredients, I have figured out the things that I have eaten were not vegan. I do admit to those mistakes, but once I figured that out, I didn't eat it again. I stopped buying it, stopped eating it. As a society, I think we've really grown our vegan options out there, and there are tons of great vegan companies, and I totally support them. We can also grow our own fruits and vegetables, and I'm definitely into that. I love gardening. I have some succulents back there. It's a lot easier to go vegan than you would think. Trust me, I forgot I was going vegan, and then I had to get all ready within a week to change my entire diet. And I was given a ton of like dairy foods, like milk chocolate and such for Christmas. And I had to eat all of that. That was not a healthy week. I was going insane. The last thing I'm going to touch on is how do family and friends and just people I'm associated with react to me being vegan. It's a mixed opinion. My family members, most of them support it. Some of them don't, but that's okay. But a lot of them just don't get it, which again, it's totally fine. I'm not gonna like throw a fit or anything. I'm cool with them not understanding. I just want them to support me the best that they can. And for my friends, it's mixed. Some of them completely support me. I've even gotten some of them like wanting to go vegetarian, or some of them even want to go vegan. Some of them don't get, most of them don't get it actually. A lot of them just don't get it. And then I'll send them videos and they're like, I am not watching that. I'm like, but it's sad and it's you're doing this, and they're like, I don't care. So most of them just don't get it. I think if they did get it, they would be a lot more supportive, but and then there are some that are just like, no, you are malnourished, you are just not doing a good thing. And you know, that's okay too. As long as they're nice to me and they respect that I won't change, because I care too much about the animals and everything around veganism and the planet and just the earth in general, then that's all I can really ask from them. And I always make sure to bring my own food if I know that there's gonna be something that I can't eat. That's just a little video on why I'm a vegan and why I don't support factory farming nor animal cruelty or anything like that. I don't support the dairy industry, the egg industry, and why I think everyone should go vegan. Duh. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to comment down below and give me more video suggestions. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you do have any questions, you can also leave them in the comments below, or you can DM us at Megan + Madi. We reply to pretty much everything. I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Stay safe and don't hurt the animals. Bye!